Hey guys, welcome to the Business World. Today is July the 7th, 2010, and I know today is Wednesday, and I'm supposed to do one every Sunday, but my schedule has been crazy all over the place, so I decided to make a video special for you guys during the weekdays. First thing first, before I tell you my opinion, here's a little fact why some people are for the unemployment extension benefit and why some people are against it. The reason why some people are for it first is because they believe that, hey, 14 million people just lost a job. We need to help them some way, somehow. Have some passion. We just can't be like, screw you. The government will not, and cannot help you some way, somehow. We have money. We should spend some of it for the people, for the U.S. American. Believe it or not, the poll shows that many Americans are for government spending money to help create jobs and help stimulate the economy. And at the same time, many people also believe with this unemployment extension benefit is going to create more consumer spending. Also, because many Americans also believe that with the unemployment extension benefit, it's going to stimulate the economy. However, on the other side, many Americans are against it because first, the deficit. The government has been spending so much money, too much money so far, and also because the stimulus package. We spent about over $1 trillion to save the economy and to create millions of jobs, like Barack Obama said and Nancy Pelosi. And many people said, like, hey, we had a stimulus package, we created a humongous deficit. That's supposed to create jobs. We cannot have another stimulus package just for the heck of it. We're going to create a bigger deficit, and our grandchild and our children and blah 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 will have to pay for our mistakes. Before I talk about the unemployment extension, in my opinion, I want to say I got this from 24news.com or something like that, but they said that, believe it or not, it was kind of surprising that 60% of Americans, they got this from GallupPoll.com, which a lot of news organizations get their polls from, but they said 60% of Americans are in favor of the U.S. government to spend more money to create jobs and to stimulate the economy, which, although they know it's going to create a deficit. So this is kind of surprising. This is kind of beneficial for the Democrats, saying that the American people do want this unemployment extension benefit because 60% of Americans are for the government to spend more money to create jobs and to stimulate the economy. So that's a fun fact to know. But anyways, the reason why I am for the unemployment extension benefit and not for tax cuts or all the stupid shit that people are saying is because first thing first, since the recession started, I believe 14 million people have lost a job, and the government needs to help them some way, somehow. There's no freaking reason why the government spends billions of dollars on a war. There's two wars that no one understands, but cannot help U.S. American citizen who just lost a job during the recession without having any benefits and not help them some way, somehow. We need to help them. That's number one. Number two is I believe it's going to create consumer spending, not this tax cut. The reason why I'm for the unemployment extension benefit, not tax cut, is because one thing first. Japan tried to do tax cut back when they had a recession, depression, whatever you want to call it. It didn't work. Germany tried to do tax cut when they had to pay millions of dollars to France and the other European countries after World War I or World War II. After World War I, it didn't happen. Tax cut during the recession does not work. And the reason why? This is the reason why. I got this little story, this little example I'm going to tell you right now from, I believe, Daily Show or CNN Money, or I think some online news. But this is why. I got this from a famous award-winning economics. I think Nobel award-winning economics. I don't know, some high power economics person who knows what he's talking about, knows way more than I did. That's one thing for sure. But he said, if you give $10,000 to a family who's not in the recession, who survived the recession, who's doing well during the recession or depression, and the parents both have their jobs and they're doing somewhat well. If the government give them $10,000, you would think that they would spend the money on vacation or flat screen TV, but statistically it's proven that they will keep the $10,000 because they know that during the recession, they might lose their job and they just want the $10,000 as leverage just in case any worse comes to worse, because these families think ahead, thinks in the future. However, if you give $10,000 to an unemployed family, they're more likely to spend the money on the bills, on the rent, on the mortgage, or heck, if they're that stupid, spend $10,000 on a vacation. But they're more likely to spend the $10,000 and use the $10,000 and create and kind of stimulate the economy more than giving a tax cut or a tax break on these high, wealthy, and rich millionaire people. Because in the middle class, a high middle class or a rich person would keep the money and save it because they know there's recession and there's no need to spend money when they can save it just in case any worst case scenario. However, if you give money to a person who's unemployed, they're more likely to spend the money and to kind of push the economy and stimulate the economy in some way somehow than a wealthy person is. So that's the reason why I'm for the unemployment extension benefit, because I believe that with this is going to create consumer spending. However, there's always some side effects to it. So anyways, that's my opinion. What's your opinion? What do you believe? Are you for the unemployment extension benefit, or are you extremely happy that the Senate did not pass this bill, and that we need to save our money for this because of the deficit problem, and because Barack Obama and his administration has been splurging money like who knows what, and nothing has happened so far. So put your answers below, video response, send me a message, inbox message. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Talk to you soon, maybe next Sunday. Anyways, Ben's World out. Peace.